Good evening, everyone, and welcome to night number 5 of the European Invasion. Tonight, we visit NXT UK. We've got 3 big matches lined up. Let's get straight into it. And here we go then, starting the night off with a fatal 4-way women's match. Of course, the winner of this one will be the last woman to enter the number 1 contendership match we will have for you tomorrow night. Already in there is... My memory's terrible, I tell you. Where are we? They are in this spreadsheet here. Into March. We currently have in that match Alpha Female, Jazzy Gabert, Viper, Session Moth Martina, and Toni Storm. So the winner of this one will also be added to that. And I believe all 4 of these ladies are actually making their debut in our universe mode. So it'll be interesting to see which ones can pick up some points, because that'll obviously make a big difference moving forward. Ah! You've already eaten like 20 minutes ago. You're not hungry again. No, you're not hungry. You're just fat. You are fat. Look at yourself. Sorry, I'm having an argument with a cat. I do apologise. So we of course have got Isla Dawn, who is the lady currently on her feet wearing the red shiny attire. She's currently facing up against Nina Samuels, who's got the pink and gold. We've got Zia Brookside, who is the smaller lady with the light pink and light blue attire. And then we had Jinny, who was just rolled outside the ring in the all-black attire. So we've got quite a few good females in this one. Of course, quite a lot for the future. Zia Brookside is the daughter of legendary English wrestler Robbie Brookside, who I believe is one of the trainers, isn't he? There's Jinny now in the ring, getting around the back of Brookside into the Poison Rana. No weak submission there, but Isla Dawn's there as well, catching Jinny's fist. Slides underneath, taking Jinny down. Brings her back up to a standing base, and now over the top rope to the outside. Of course, the winner of the number 1 contendership match will get an opportunity at the Women's Championship, currently held by Beth Phoenix, who's held it for a very long time. Of course, she won it not long ago. Well, no, that was a stupid sentence, that wasn't it? She won it back against Kairi Sane at the Montreal Mayhem. Since then, she's defended it like 3 or 4 times, and she's been very successful in every defense, including the last one, which of course was at the Evolution event, where she defended it in a fatal 4-way elimination, still managed to come out on top, which was a fantastic victory for her. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the opportunity here and whether they can be the one to topple Beth Phoenix from this championship picture. As not a first elimination yet. Of course, this is an elimination match, so a point for each elimination and an extra point for the winner. So there's 4 points up for grabs in this one, and like I said, everyone making their debut, so it's a great opportunity for someone to make their debut and fly to the top of the the top end of the rankings, and be considered even more in the future. Big knee in the face there by Isla Dawn on Nina Samuels. Now Dawn stalking Samuels. Up on the shoulders, into the air raid slam. But it's Zia Brookside who jumps on top for the pin, as Jinny got a hold of Dawn, and then a big boot in the side of the head, and Samuels has taken damage now. That big air raid slam, she's taken some damage. But she also takes Zia Brookside up, holding her up there. Zia was able to break free, spin Samuels around and into the far corner, as Isla Dawn and Jinny still fight in the middle of the ring. Big strike in the face by Dawn, now taking Jinny up on her feet. Into the air raid slam again. A pin this time by Isla Dawn on Jinny. Will this be the first elimination? It's not, it's only a 2. It's only a 2. Big slam there by Dawn. who's now stalking Jinny once again. It's only Dawn and Jinny inside the ring now. Stamping on the back of the arm. That's going to do some damage. It's done some serious damage. Back of the head first into the mat as well, as now Jinny mounts and pounds down Isla Dawn. Nina Samuels back in the ring, and instead of doing something useful, decides to taunt and gets a knee in the face from Jinny as a nice little bonus for her. Jinny now drops into the pin on Nina Samuels, and there's the freak out. Samuels is out, and Jinny gets the elimination. Poison Rana now on Zia Brookside. But Dawn's there with the forearm, and now, oh wow, that was brutal. The sliding knee strike right into the ribs. That was painful, that was. As Brookside now sending Dawn into the corner. Nice drop kick right in the spine. Brookside now with the big forearms, then into the Tornado DDT. As Brookside now drops into the pin. Big opportunity for a point. Only a 2 count. Jinny's back in now as well. Brookside now with a neck breaker. And a discus forearm right into the face of Jinny. Brookside brings Jinny back up, but Jinny fighting Brookside away. Brookside now front chancer. He pushes Jinny away again. There's the boot in the gut, and Jinny fighting back with a boot in the gut of her own. Isla Dawn now... Oh, Jinny interfered in that. She obviously wants to showcase what she can do. But Isla Dawn now taking Jinny up into that big spine buster. Wow, great strength there being shown by Isla Dawn. Into the pin. This could be enough for elimination here, you know. It's not, it's only a 2. Big clothesline by Isla Dawn, and then Zia Brookside drops her in a flapjack. Dawn now back up with a backbreaker, though, on Zia Brookside, who had a back turn to her while looking at Jinny. And Isla Dawn now doing incredibly well here, taking down both of these ladies. Now going after Jinny with the boots across the chest. And a big one right in the side of the head by Isla Dawn on Jinny. Zia Brookside, though, taking Dawn up into an electric chair drop. Obviously the smallest lady in this match, Zia Brookside, but the smallest dog often has the biggest heart. Is that the right phrase? I don't know what the phrase is, actually. The smaller the dog, the bigger the bark. I don't know. Either way, she's got incredible heart, incredible resilience, and that's what's getting her through this one, as Isla Dawn now stalking Brookside. Runs across, and a big drop kick into the side of the head of Zia Brookside, as Jinny now taking down Dawn on the outside. I think Jinny might have noticed that Isla Dawn has become quite a danger in this match, as she now has her throttled by the neck. Jinny looking to slide back into the ring. Boot into the arm of Dawn. And oh, Brookside comes across with a big boot in the back, and then Brookside taking down Jinny. Jinny now slamming the back of the head of Brookside into the mat. And there's Dawn taking Jinny down, looking for the strike, but Jinny comes around the back. Hooks. I think she might have had a handful of hair there, to be honest, but referee allows it. Now Jinny stalking Isla Dawn. Jinny, of course, already with 1 elimination. If she can get a second, she'll be sitting pretty with some points here. There's the pin for the 1, 2, and 3. And Jinny does get a second elimination, which means no matter what happens here, she's going to come out of here on top. Well, she's going to come out of here in a profit, shall we say. Because even if she gets eliminated now by Zia Brookside, she's still going to be on +1. She's on +2 at the moment. Brookside on 0 at the moment. But that could all change as she springs off the ropes into the Bulldog. There's the pin by Zia Brookside. 1, 2, and 3, and she's got it. Zia Brookside with the victory and the elimination. So +2 for her, and she will move on to the number 1 contendership match tomorrow. Boom. Big action here, isn't there? Very big action here. Isla Dawn was very impressive, as was Jinny as well. Nina Samuels didn't really show too much of her ability here today. But yeah, Isla Dawn was very impressive, her strength. Jinny, of course, was very intelligent in the ring as well, getting 2 eliminations. But Zia Brookside, like I said, showing the heart and the resilience and able to get through to the end of this match with a victory and join the Fatal 5-Way tomorrow to crown the #1 contender for Beth Phoenix's Women's Championship. And here we go then, the big bad Walter goes up against Gentleman Jack Gallagher. I mean, the irony of that, I tell you. The irony of calling him gentleman after what came out about him, but we'll stay away from that. But yeah, Walter can't be in the best of moods. Was unable to win his #1 contendership match. But I'm a big fan of Walter. I really am a big fan of Walter. Want to see a lot more of him. And this is an opportunity for us to get to see a bit more of him today. It's going to be a tricky match against someone who's a lot smaller, more agile, more technical, but Walter is more powerful and just an all-round brute, isn't he, really? Striking ability from Walter. Nobody chops like Walter. He is the ring general here as he gets a hold of Jack Gallagher. Deadlift, German suplex. Gallagher holding his spine as now Walter brings Gallagher back up, flattens him out with the clothesline. And now once again, Walter stalking Jack Gallagher up on the shoulders. Drops him with a Rikishi driver. Boom. It was indeed that Michinoku-style driver headfirst into the mat. And no, I picked my pen up and it wasn't enough for the victory. That surprises me. That does surprise me. As Walter now with the strikes into Jack Gallagher. Another big knee in the face. Wow, what a DDT that is by Jack Gallagher. And Gallagher now rolling through Walter. And Jack Gallagher doing well here, better than we expected to be. Well, better than I expected, to be honest. My plan here was for Walter to absolutely destroy Jack Gallagher, but it's not really worked out that well, has it? Pin here by Jack Gallagher on Walter. It's only a 1 count. Jack Gallagher now with the leg of Walter and the arm hooked. He's rolling him. Is it this little package thing where they're rolling through it, isn't it? He's all stuck up now. And a big boot in the anus. You gotta hate the boot in the anus, haven't you? But it's still only a 1 count. Jack Gallagher here doing incredibly well, though. With the strikes on Walter. Now in with a submission as well. Walter now rolling through Gallagher, and Walter is in control. There's the boot in the gut. Now Walter bringing Gallagher up into a gut wrench suplex. Walter once again bringing Jack Gallagher up, but Jack was able to avoid it. Jack is busted open here by Walter. And Jack just has that speed edge, doesn't he? And there's a headbutt. The man who's busted open headbutting Walter. Just shows how iffy Walter's momentum is after that loss in night #1 at WXW, doesn't it, really? And Jack with a running drop. That's his finisher. Don't do this, Jack. Jack, don't do this, man. Don't do this, Jack. Right, well done, Walter. Well done. I'm completely impartial, by the way, but come on, Walter. Come on, Walter. I'm completely impartial. Come on, Walter. Submission here locked in. Walter fighting back with a strike now. Has Jack Gallagher in the front chance, who rolls him through. There's the boot in the hand. Another boot in the back of the arm. And a big sit on the chest. Reminiscing there from the likes of Earthquake and Typhoon. It's only a 2 count. Walter gets an elbow in the face there by Jack Gallagher, who's back up on his feet. Walter able to avoid it. Clubbing blow to the back of Jack Gallagher. Walter looking for a German, but Gallagher able to break free once again. Walter getting his head slammed into the top turnbuckle. Walter drops, but he rolls out of the way of Jack Gallagher. There's the strike in the face. Jack got rocked from that. You saw him drop to a knee. And now in with a sleeper hold here. And it's grapevined as well, and that could be good night. God bless to Jack Gallagher, whose arms he's tapped. Gallagher's gone, and Walter gets the win. Boy, did Walter need that. Boy, did Walter need that. Well done, Walter. Big victory for you, my friend. Gets himself a ranking point back. That was that big strike that actually busted Gallagher open. That was Gallagher's kick to the anus. Can't beat a good punt to the anus. There was the headbutt by Gallagher as well. Even after he's already busted open, he's trying to headbutt Walter. There was that drop kick as well in the corner. And we thought this could be the end of the match. We thought that Gallagher had pulled out an upset, but not the case. And it was all about Walter in the end. Able to lock in that sleeper hold and able to get Jack Gallagher to tap. But there we go. Victory here for Big Bad, the Ring General Walter. And we move on to our main event of the evening. A 6-man elimination. Yep, even more people. And here we go then, 6-man elimination match. The winner of this one will be the 5th man in our #1 contendership match tomorrow. That match is currently Ilja Dragunov, Grado, Finn Balor, Zack Sabre Jr. So one more person added to this one. Of course, in this match we have Pete Dunne, Cesaro, William Regal, Tyler Bate, the British Bulldog, and Rusev. I've been a bit liberal with this one. I tried to utilise people from just from NXT UK, but there were so many talents that I'd missed out that I wanted to give the opportunity to, which is why we do have a few more in here. Yeah, this should be a pretty fun night. Of course, a point for each elimination and a point for the win means that there's a lot of points up for grabs here for people. And for some people, this is a big opportunity. I mean, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bates. I don't think we've seen them in singles competition, and the British Bulldog hasn't been in singles competition either. He's been in tag team competition so far. What else have we got? William Regal, this is his debut this year. I mean, we can't miss out on William Regal. I mean, the guy's a legend, isn't he? The guy's an absolute legend. Tyler Bate now bringing Regal back up to standing base. Tyler Bate to slam in the face of Regal into the mat. Into the apron. And Bulldog working on a Rusev on the outside. There's an interesting battle between Bulldog and Rusev. Two big brutes of a man. Of course, pound for pound, Cesaro might be the strongest, although it might be debatable actually with Bulldog in here. This is a full scale anywhere match as well, by the way. It's made that a little bit easier for eliminations to happen if they can happen anywhere around the arena. And Bulldog almost had Rusev eliminated there. Rusev fights back with a knee in the spine as now we see Cesaro taking Tyler Bate up into a gut-wrench suplex. Cesaro now rolling Bate over into the pin for the one. Only a 1 count. Wow, okay. No freaking K. Okay, that was a weird one as well. It was a right mess, that wasn't it really? British Bulldog now stalking Rusev. Rusev Batka. Rusev Vidria. Bulldog now Rusev on the shoulder. Rusev gets saved there. I'm not quite sure how. I think Dunne might have just fell into the back of Bulldog, making him drop him. Pin there by Dunne. Only a 2 count. Boot in the spine of William Regal, as well as Bulldog just dropping Rusev onto his knee, shoulder first. There's the pin, only a 2. Nice dragon screw there by Pete Dunne on Regal. Pete Dunne now gets Russian leg swept by the British Bulldog. Bulldog now bringing Regal back up to a standing base. Regal with the elbow in the gut and a big clothesline taking down Bulldog. And a nice neck breaker there by Regal as well, taking Bulldog down. And there's the pin for Regal for the 1, 2, only a 2 count. Bulldog fighting back with the right hand in the gut and a big clothesline taking Regal down. And Rusev comes flying in from behind and clotheslines to the back of British Bulldog. Rusev now locking in the camel clutch submission. There it is, the accolade eliminates British Bulldog and Rusev gets himself a point and Bulldog's out. Oh, that's a shame. I'm hoping Bulldog might do well here tonight. Pete Dunne now with a pin on Regal with a 1, 2, and 3, and Regal is out and Pete Dunne gets the point. Okay, Dunne with a DDT now on Rusev. So we're down to 4 now. Tyler Bate, Cesaro, Dunne and Rusev. Dunne and Rusev both with points. Nice discus forearm there by Dunne on Rusev. Dunne with a boot in the gut and now taking Rusev up into the X-Plex. Wow. Rusev now taking Dunne down. Dunne rolls Rusev through. And now wrenching at the arm and a big boot into the arm. Wow, that is brutal. Potential arm breaker there by Pete Dunne on Rusev as now Cesaro with a big swing as Dunne just bitter ends Rusev. The referee's having to duck underneath Tyler Bate over and over again, and Dunne eliminates Rusev. Dunne now also drops into the pin on Tyler Bate. Very cheeky. And he's got it. Okay. Pete Dunne with 3 eliminations now. It's Dunne and Cesaro as the final 2. Now, if Dunne wins this, he's going to get an immense amount of ranking points, but that's a big if as Rusev catches him with that big forearm. Cesaro now bringing Dunne up into a gut-wrench suplex again. Nice dragon screw there by Pete Dunne on Cesaro. Dunne once again bringing Cesaro back up and into the X-Plex. Big X-Plex. Dunne now in with the bitter end on Cesaro. This is big for Cesaro. Really big for Dunne, should I say, because if he gets the elimination here, which he does, wow. Pete Dunne has just stolen the show tonight. Pete Dunne has really stolen the show. He's going to get 5 ranking points for this win. 4 eliminations plus the 1 win. That's immense. That really is immense. That's crazy how many points he's just got. Plus 5 for Pete Dunne. That's massive. Well, Pete Dunne's going to be added into our #1 contendership match tomorrow. It's going to be interesting that then. So that is now going to be... where is it? It's on one of these sheets somewhere. There it is. So it's Isla, Dragunov, Grado, Finn Balor, Zack Sabre Jr. and Pete Dunne. The winner will get Chris Jericho for the SWE Championship on Sunday evening. Wow. Well, there we go. That is the end of night number 5. And that's the end of all of our qualifiers as such. So tomorrow night we have got 3 matches once again. 2 fatal 5-way eliminations. We've got the women's number 1 contendership matches. Alpha Female, Viper, Session Moth Martina, Toni Storm and Zia Brookside all fight out for a place against Beth Phoenix on night 7. We've got the Killer Death Machines defending their women's tag team championships for the first time against Jamie Hayter and Bea Priestley. And then the main event will be Dragunov, Grado, Balor, Sabre Jr. and Pete Dunne for a chance to face off against Chris Jericho on night number 7 as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe, that other good stuff, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.